Alrighty, hey 8-teamers, it is Aaron. This is a Sunday afternoon. I'm going over a little video editing, so I'm going to do a little something different this time. Normally our fishing videos, I just let the videos do the talking. We throw in a little bit here and there, but this one, I'm going to do some voiceover, kind of help you guys realize or show you guys kind of and tell you guys what we were doing on the lake last Thursday. So the video that you're seeing, all the video is from last Thursday. So right now, Andy is headed back to get a fish that I just caught. At this point in time, I was throwing a big bite bait flying squirrel, and it's one of their new baits this year. It's really good. You guys need to go check it out if you like a finesse profile kind of bait. It produced fish like that and bigger all night on Thursday, and so it made me a firm believer. I really liked the flying squirrel. Andy was throwing that bait right there, which was a big bite bait creature, the 4-inch model. We have some 4 and some 6-inch models. The week before Thursday, he had caught or was using a 6-inch and didn't get as many hookups. That was another little fish I caught on a flying squirrel. So as you see, the clouds are kind of dark. It looks kind of like weather's rolling in. Well, it was kind of down that channel that you can see there. It was starting to rain, and the wind was just whipping through there like a wind tunnel. I mean, we had the trolling motor on high, and we could barely make it across this little honey hole that we like to fish. So that's what we're doing now, is we're heading across this honey hole to get out of the wind. So this is after the wind and the rain all came through. We had went up the lake a little farther. We had been there before, caught a few fish, but we decided to go back and give it a try because we needed to map it anyway on our auto chart. So we ran that way. Wind died down, rain left. As you can see, it kind of moved out. So we moved back over to our honey hole, and right before this, I caught a really nice fish on my War Eagle heavy finesse jig with the Rapid Bait Company trailer, and ended up losing the jig. You'll see that here in just a little bit, but he choked the jig. I absolutely loved it. Of course, I dipped the trailer in chartreuse. So we had kind of made it over to the northern edge of our little honey hole, kind of the northeastern edge, and kind of just started working our way down. We worked it opposite the way we came in it, and Andy hooks up on this one. This is a pretty good fish too. Of course, this comes on his creature. That's all he threw all night, and so. Yeah, I mean, this was pretty good fish. I think this is one we ended up weighing at the end of the night. But, the amazing thing about this little honey hole that we've got going on is the fish replenish. We fished that thing first thing when we got there, caught 2 or 3 good fish, left to get out of the wind because it was just too windy. We couldn't hardly stay in the water. Come back and catch 2 or 3 more good fish. So, I mean, it's I don't know how many people actually know about this little honey hole that we have. I mean, Bone Creek's not very big, but we don't tell anybody about it either, that's for sure. So we worked that. We actually culled out one of our fish that we had, one of our smaller fish, and just kept working it around, and, Andy snags into another one here. I think this one's a little bigger than the last one. Anytime that they hit that hard, it's pretty fun. So, as you can see, the weather moved out. Water was dead calm. That is typical southeast Kansas weather for you. Awful 1 minute and really nice the next. So it actually probably rained, I would say, a ½ inch or more while we were out away from this little honey hole. So it was just one of those all around weird nights. Just a little pop up random thunderstorm come through. So so now we're still working down the eastern side of this hole. Of course, we're just flipping these trees. Bone Creek, as you can see from all our videos, is just absolutely loaded with trees. I mean, definition of heavy cover. And Bone Creek is right beside that in the dictionary. So we were just flipping trees all night. And so I hook into a fish here. I don't think it's a very big fish, but I couldn't get caught up to it. I mean, it was running right at me, and I was burning that about as fast as I could, and I still couldn't catch up to him. So I ended up losing that one, but, that's why they call it fishing and not catching. So I didn't think he was real big, but I did get my redemption on I think the second cast after that. But not all of them can be big old mondos. You've got to go through some little ones sometimes. All right, guys. So you can see they're pulling that fish out. Like I said, you could hear it on camera. I don't think he was 19, and he wasn't. He was about 18 and a half. Great big belly, though. I mean, pretty good sized belly. At first, I didn't know whether the fish had spawned or not, but I think it definitely had. May have just had too many shad to eat for supper that day. So another good fish that we ended up weighing. So this is the end of the night. This is total. This is how it all went down, and ended up with these 4 good ones in the live well at the end of the day. And so yeah, it was a pretty good day. So excuse me. If you guys like the voiceover, let me know, and I'll do more of them. But I figured that might be the best way to do this. So hey, thanks guys. All right, 8-teamers. It is about 10 o'clock on Thursday night. We just got done at the lake, and as you've seen from the video, we tore them up tonight. We didn't. Our normal jackpot is 19 inches to weigh, and so then you just take anything you have over 19, and we caught 4 over 18, but nothing over 19. So we were on the right caliber of fish, just didn't get quite lucky. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go over what we were using, starting with Andy and what he was using. So
yeah, so tonight I threw the same thing all night because I was catching quality fish on it. It's just a creek creature. Last Thursday, I was throwing the 6-inch version of this bait. It's in watermelon flake.
From Big Bite Baits.
From Big Bite Baits, yeah. We throw a lot of their plastics. They're really good stuff. Last week, I threw a 6-inch, and I got a lot of good bites, but I was not getting good hook sets. They just didn't seem to commit as much. So I decided I'm going to go down to a smaller size, and every bite I had, I hooked. I caught every fish that I had a bite on. And we caught several fish tonight. I don't know, we probably caught a dozen fish tonight.
Yeah.
And then we caught several over 18 inches, which I caught 2 over 18, and then he caught the other 2. But they both came on this. We dipped the tail in chartreuse, garlic. This little stuff really makes the tail glow. I don't know what it is about it, but it really seems to make them be very aggressive on the bite. And then we were pitching,
Yeah, we were pitching trees. We were targeting 12 to 15. I caught one in about 19, and then we caught some in about 10. But our better quality was definitely that 12 to 15 foot range is what we were fishing most of the night. So the first keeper I caught was on a Big Bite Baits flying squirrel. It is, I believe it's 5 inches, 4 or 5 inches. It's more of a finesse profile. I think like the 5th cast I caught a fish on it. I had high hopes for it, and it did not disappoint. So I threw that. I caught another keeper, one of the ones that we had in the boat, on my War Eagle heavy finesse jig. Ended up snagging that on a tree limb, so that's at the bottom of Boat Creek somewhere. But the trailer,
he was pretty butthurt about that too. He was torn up about it.
I was tore up. I was sad because that was my last one. But the trailer I was using was the Rapid Bait Company's beaver style trailer. I ended up trimming it down a little bit because that finesse jig is a smaller profile bait. The hook's not quite as long on it as some of the other jigs. It's a pretty short, but it's a really stout hook. So I ended up trimming this down a little bit, and of course I dipped these pinchers in the chartreuse, and it looked a lot like a bluegill. And I mean, like the second cast with this thing, I had a fish, one of the ones that we ended up keeping, and he choked it. I mean, just straight choked it. Then after that, I threw the flying squirrel some more the rest of the night. I didn't throw any more of my jig because I didn't have my jig, obviously. So then I just went to a baby brush hog, like we have been using, in a watermelon candy. So it's got some red and some purple flake in it. Caught a fish on it. Like we said, we caught a lot of fish tonight. We caught a lot of good caliber fish. Just missed that inch. That was the biggest thing we were missing. And I think we were on the right fish. I think we were on the right patterns, but I don't know why we just didn't drop it in front of the ones that needed it to. So, hey, if you liked the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then also I have the Facebook and the Instagram links are down below. Make sure you like the Facebook page. Follow us on Instagram. And make sure you comment if you want to comment anything. But other than that, we will catch you guys next week. Hopefully we get some more of these big fish on catch. This is the prime time for Bone Creek.
Yep, they're really, it's really a time where you can really find a lot of fish. So it's a good time to be out there.
Yeah. So hey, see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Dude, I love this color.
Dude, is that the color that we don't know what color it is?
That's the only color that we don't know what it is, yeah. It's pretty.
It's like a watered down motor oil.
Yeah, it's probably a good way.